Brought to you by The Vault.
Hi, I'm Shy.
And I'm Kathy, and this is our Girlfriends Talk Show where each week we have fun and we spill the tea.
Or the wine. Be sure to find us wherever you listen to your podcast and follow us on social media.
Hey everybody, welcome to Did I do it right?
You did.
Welcome to Girlfriends Talk Show. I finally got it.
I wasn't halfway in your lap when you started talking.
Episode 2. Well, I mean, that happened before the camera turned on.
It happens a lot. So if you're listening to us on Spotify or your Apple iPhone or Apple phone, you can also find us on YouTube.
Your Apple phone?
Apple phone.
Is that like a banana phone?
Interesting. On iCarly, they had a
ring.
The phone is ringing.
Oh, now we're off subject. This is
What should I call it?
season 2 episode. It's an iPhone.
iPhone. Oh, that's it. So just remember, you can find us on YouTube as well. You can see all 4 of our beautiful faces on YouTube.
Yeah, or you can just listen to our lovely voices.
Whatever you want to do.
On Spotify.
We make
or
it very easy.
on your Apple phone.
Your Apple phone.
So, do you have an Apple phone? That's the question of the week. No, actually, it's not. But you know what? We did actually have a really relevant question last week. It was, what is your dream vacation? And we had lots and lots of people hit us up on Facebook and answer that question. Most of our folks were like super beachy. You know?
Yeah.
I don't mean bitchy. I mean beachy.
Everybody's loving the beach.
Yeah,
I like to
Fiji.
be a little bit of both sometimes.
That's right. Fiji,
They go
Bora
together.
Bora, our friend Connie, Amy, and Curtis. Again, they're a very beachy group. But our winner happens to be Miss Karen P. But I just don't want to out people like, I don't know. What if they don't want their last name out there?
Karen.
Karen P. No, but this Karen's cool.
She's a cool
We just
Karen.
talked about the Karens.
Yeah, we did.
Well,
This is a cool Karen.
What was her answer? What
whatever
was
you
her
say.
dream vacation?
So her answer to her dream vacation spot is, at this point in time of Dorona, I think I'd seriously go about any damn where, or even as my uncle from NOLA, which is New Orleans for all you folks that are not Louisiana savvy, from NOLA calls it, I'd go to Front Porchistan. Yep, it's just your front porch.
I've been there a few times during the Rona.
That's where I spent the majority of my stay-at-home order, was on my back Porchistan. That's where other people would like to spend their time too, but they can't.
Any Porchistan is a good Porchistan.
Anyway, Karen, thank you for your answer. And you guys definitely want to go and like us on Facebook, Girlfriends Talk Show with Shy and Kathy, because Karen's actually going to win she's won a $25 gift card to our favorite
secret clandestine location.
called the Mirror Room. Because guess what?
Snaps for
They're
kids.
going to start advertising with us.
That's awesome.
I know.
Thank you, Mirror Room. Money.
Well, that's a surprise
Well,
to us.
It might just be trade.
We also want to send a shout out to another one of our listeners, Curtis, who wants to make a donation. And I think that we need to
Absolutely.
make a donation button. Just because, I mean, you see I'm starting to wear tank tops now because I'm running out of clothes to wear.
No, please. The Shy and Kathy.
We need
do
a
this
wine
for free.
donation button.
Yes.
Oh, wine donation.
Last week we were drinking box wine. Somebody help.
Curtis will help us out.
So anyway, we'll create a donation button, PayPal, I don't know, something, and let you guys know. But follow us on Facebook.
Yeah. So last week we talked about MK being on vacation, and so you happen to
So
have
sad. Yeah, we
because
did. We
we
talked
used
about
to-
you.
we did, and we talked about how you always come back with the best stories, or you just have the best stories. So I heard that you've got like a rock star story from your vacation.
She runs into like the best scenarios. I don't get it.
Okay,
She
so-
ran into something, but I don't know
Yeah.
if it was the best scenario.
So it was the first night we were there all together, and we noticed that there was fireflies out in the like field across from the cabin, and so we were like, "Oh my god!"
We
let's
also
go
called
catch
those
some
lightning bugs.
lightning
Yes.
bugs. Yeah. So
Same.
I have like my big water bottle full of my drink,
Not water.
and like a container to hold these lightning bugs.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wearing, like really slippery Chaco shoes, whatever. Anyway, so it was dark, and I get to the ditch, and I didn't realize how deep it was, but it was all
no.
rocks, like hardcore rocks.
No.
So I was like, I got this. I'm 6'2". There's not much that I can't jump over. That was one thing I couldn't jump over. I jumped, and then it was like I was slipping, so I jumped to the other side, and then I was slipping again, so I was like, one more time, jumped, fell.
Were you like some kind of Spider-Man?
I felt like, yeah, and I didn't realize that I was down so low.
Did
Like
anyone witness this?
So my friend Sydney, who is my boyfriend's brother's girlfriend, she was out there and she just was watching and she was like, "Are you okay? Are you gonna get up? Like, do you need help?" I was like, "I'm just gonna sit here for a second." So it was like all this was just all my thighs, everything. Well, I went in and told the story. I was like, "Oh, feel bad for me. I fell." And Andrew, who's my boyfriend, was like, "No, I've got to go check this out." So he goes out to the ditch and easily like jumps back and forth. And it's like, nobody feel bad for her.
How much
Not one.
fitness out of your water bottle had you had?
Oh, a lot. Yeah, a lot.
Well, that may have
could have been.
contributed.
Yeah, it
An
always
impediment.
does.
It does.
It always does. And then I got over, I was so mad that I had fallen and I was like hurt. I was like, I don't even want to try to catch lightning bugs.
I love when guys are like, "Where do girls get all these bruises from?"
Yeah.
That's a prime example.
Like all over. And then I wore shorts one day and it was
used to call
just
those
like,
war wounds.
Then they were like, "MK," and I was like, "Yeah, I told you I fell. It hurt." And they were like, "God, I didn't think it was." I was like,
That intense.
Your Spider-Man moves. I mean, that's impressive.
very embarrassing.
Oh man, well
But the rest of the trip was fabulous. That was just the first
that
night.
made up for it. No
Yeah.
Got
more,
it out of the way.
no more lightning bug chasing or
Mm-mm.
spastic falls.
Very fast.
Oh well, but you know what? You have a story. That's all that matters.
I love a story.
So speaking of, we need our side chick question of the day. So we have not prepared for this one. I have no idea what they're going to ask us. It's going to be out of total left field.
Okay.
All right, ladies.
So,
I'm scared.
we are
Need more
gonna.
wine.
Always.
Our question is going to be:
I must be thirstier than I thought.
what is your toxic trait?
What is your toxic
trait?
Most
Yes.
toxic
If there's
trait.
multiple toxic traits that you have, then which one is the most toxic?
Toxic trait.
The taste of her lips.
Are we?
This can be
Anybody
very
watching Britney Spears'
serious. This can
Instagram?
be-
Oh God, I showed it to everybody
baby.
on vacation.
Brittany, I'm praying for you. Just
Let's see. Mine would be, which I think I've kind of come out of it. Mine would be trying to fix people.
Oh.
Yeah, I like to be with people and fix people. Sometimes, well, this is a good and toxic trait. I'm very non-confrontational. Don't like confrontation. I'll just whatever. If it's not going to kill me, I'll just okay, whatever.
True. You are.
And just kind of walk away. Or I will sit and listen to the confrontation. And if I know that by me saying something isn't going to change things, then I'll just, okay, I'm out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's a bad thing.
Why she's been
Yeah.
divorced 4 times.
It is. It is. And sometimes that could be a good
I
thing.
admire that.
I agree. I mean,
I admire that.
You know, I'm not hot-headed at
No,
all.
no.
So I'm just very chill, but it has gotten me in a few binds and it has cost me many years of my life staying in situations I should not have stayed in.
Or you try it again.
Or I try again because I want to fix them and I don't want to argue.
Ah.
Yeah, it was stupid. So anyway, toxic, but not no more. Now I'm toxic free.
Okay. It's true. You
Only small. Only small toxic
The only
traits.
toxic I have is this wine in front of me.
No, it's not toxic. It's just grapes.
Healthy.
Well, I'm an enabler. Hi, my name's Kathy. I'm an enabler. And that's all I have to say about that. If you guys want to be enabled, you can call me.
Yeah.
I'll enable you.
I always want to be enabled.
Okay, well,
I'm
that's
always
perfect.
like, let's have a fun time.
Wait a minute, you don't enable me. I can remember
I
getting deathly ill and
have-
sick, and you're just like,
That's different. That's not enabling. I did enable you when you were running away from a relationship and I let you come instead of facing the demon that you created for yourself. I let you come and stay with
Well,
me
there
and
was that-
hunker down.
There was that one time.
No, there have been multiples.
But when I'm sick, I really need you to
That's,
enable me.
I'm going to give you 24 good hours to feel sorry for yourself when you're sick, and then I'm done. And that's the way I've been my whole life. I'm like, I don't want
I
to listen
agree.
to you bellyache.
Well, maybe if you practice that same thing,
Yeah.
then it would be
a
you
whole-
will work it out.
I had therapy this morning, and I have a superhero complex. So just to let you know, there you go. That's not toxic, only to me. Everybody else is cool.
It's great.
You need to start sharing your therapist tips.
I'm literally gonna fix like everybody else.
Kathy is my therapist, and she has been for 7 years. We would go into the radio station because we were on radio for 7 years, and I would sit there and I would talk about my problems and let the music play, and I would feel so much better at the end of the 4 hours. I'm like, oh, I feel safe.
And it was free.
It's free. It was great.
It was good. That's why.
So-
That's how we bonded, though.
It
That
all worked.
enabled the crap out of you and made you breakfast every day.
Did. I forgot about that too. That was good. Okay, so you girls.
You're me.
You go ahead. I'll have to think.
All right, Katie, what you got?
I'm a fixer too, but I'm not non-confrontational. Sometimes I'm a little too confrontational.
Oh, well, those
Especially
two
if I've
work out.
if I have a little bit too much to drink out of my water bottle, I will purposely, I don't know. Sometimes it's not even to fix people. It's just like you find the biggest guy in the bar and you're like, I have a problem with you.
Oh, that scares me. It scares me so bad when little girls go up to big guys and they're like, I'm like, oh my God.
Alcohol
and
Because
just
I'll be
that.
the one who goes and like tries to save the little girl and I get
Well,
in the
I
middle.
know it's I
Is
don't
that-
know. I know they're.
I think that's alcohol-induced aggression.
That's it.
I
My
think
cousin
that
used to
is
do
a
that.
toxic trait.
It is
my-
alcohol-induced aggression, but that is a toxic trait of mine. It's gotten better. It's gotten much better though, because I just haven't been so
Katie,
angry.
you're still learning. That's all.
You're just a little bitty girl.
But I am
so,
a confrontational fixer.
With alcohol-induced aggression.
MK, tell me how toxic you are.
I don't really know. I mean, there are a lot of like not great, unfortunate things about me, like
Aw.
I'm messy and stuff like that. Things that I could change, but
You are not messy.
Well, no, she just means messy, like not
Like
doesn't
how
like
like not
messy.
clean.
Oh, I thought you meant
Oh,
the other way.
No, she's
No.
not.
No,
messy like
no,
that.
No, she's
no,
not
you're not
messy in
like
that way
that.
at all.
No, I'm like,
Not the
just-
colloquial
But I
messy.
don't know. I would say I'll like bottle things up and be
So you're
like,
non-confrontational like
Uh-huh.
me? No.
and then I just like let it go, and then I'll let it go,
We're the
and
chill
then
ones of the bunch.
and then all of a sudden I'm like, how could you not know
Oh, yeah.
that I was feeling this way? And they'll be like, you didn't tell me.
True.
I'm like,
When I
you
blew
have
up,
this problem.
I
I
blew
see it,
up.
and you should fix it like this, and I'll help you
When I
fix
blew
it.
up, that's when I said, I'm getting a divorce. I'm leaving you.
I feel like
That was
on
it.
the
It was
toxic
over.
meter, like maybe we're not that bad. I mean, it's not like any of us are black
I think
widows.
we're pretty
or-
cool chicks myself.
I agree. I don't
I
know.
think
if I
everybody
agree.
has their thing,
Every
course.
woman is crazy in their own way. I
Mhm.
truly believe.
But every
in it.
woman that's crazy, a man made her that way.
Yeah.
Oh, no man made me anyway. I made
Oh.
myself exactly as crazy as I am.
Catherine,
Not one.
you know you don't want to talk about your marriage because you clam up.
I'm still not going to talk about it, but he didn't have anything to do with it.
All right. Well, when we come back, we're going to talk about dating during COVID. How is that working out?
I'm an
for you?
expert at it. Let me just tell y'all.
Yeah, married 24 years. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it. Anyway, we'll talk about it coming back.
Hey, you! Yes, you, watching or listening to this amazing podcast hosted by two of the most dynamic and brilliant women you'll ever meet. Advertise with us and watch your business grow as big as our heads. Seriously, hit us up at vault.news/contact and find out how affordable you can advertise on our show.
Oh, that was really slow. All right, everybody. That was slow. I mean, you did that slowly on purpose.
I did. So,
You put the clapper down.
for those of you watching on YouTube, let's explain this. I have a clapper, a very professional Hollywood clapper.
That came from Party City.
And I'll clap it when we go to the next episode, right?
To the next segment.
To the
Oh,
next
yeah.
segment. And Kathy, for YouTube amazing video purposes, has to wait until I set the clapper down before
really
we start recording.
Comfortable.
So you don't just pop
And she
up
gets
from
so
underneath the
uncomfortable
table.
that not only does she out the fact that we have a clapper and I'm sitting it down instead of play the theater of the mind,
I know.
but
Because this is video.
she has no patience and she starts when I'm halfway up, which
did
looks like a mess.
Talk about toxic traits. Maybe that's it.
All right, so moving on to dating during COVID, which is something Kathy and I really don't have to do.
Speak for yourself.
What?
No, I haven't. You know, you know what I almost did though?
Betty.
I almost created a Tinder profile just to just to kind of see, because there are only so many ways that you could actually date at this point.
Right.
I know,
Just to see what's out there?
no, not
You
to
can
see
look
what's
at
out there. I
mine.
really don't care what's out there. Just to see like how it goes down, because I've never and I won't ever create a dating profile. But did you know that last year, now this is pre-COVID, 30 million people used a dating app.
Wow.
30 million people. So if we think that that's a lot of people, I mean, it is. It's a lot of people. But if we think that's a lot of people, can you only imagine how many people are doing that now?
No.
Yeah, well, I've got some stats because, of course, I did some research because I was very curious. So there's a famous book titled Love in the Time of Cholera. And so basically it's about people that fall in love during a cholera epidemic. And
Well, how did they do that?
well, I can't really remember because I only read the Cliff's Notes.
I've never even heard
Anyway,
of the book.
it's very famous. But I was like, now is kind of the same time. But if you think about it, we're in a digital age now. So you can actually connect with people in completely non-physical ways.
Could you imagine? And there are series about that. I mean, we've talked about that in prior episodes. But could you imagine for meeting somebody and only texting and say FaceTiming?
Well, so
And that's it.
yeah, I mean,
How awkward would that be when you finally meet them?
the one single person on this whole set right now. Well, there are two, but one of them's behind the camera. The two single people that are behind the set right now are Katie and then our assistant producer. Now, he actually, I don't know if this is still successful, he met somebody on a dating app just very recently.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to
I've
meet
been
them.
snapping someone from a dating app for a few months now.
Snapping somebody?
Snapchatting. Yeah.
Yeah, but is that a dating app? Is that like, you met them.
we matched on Tinder and then started like exchange Snapchats and then started snapping.
Got you.
what
And
are
then we like
some-
FaceTimed once
So,
or twice.
I
And
have
we tried to meet up before, but like it's kind of difficult right now,
Do
so
y'all
we still
know-
haven't met. But
do
it's
you
been
know
like
what-
2-3 months.
What Hinge is?
Huh?
Hinge is a dating app. Do y'all know what that is?
No.
Anybody? Anybody?
Oh, wait, I've seen the H. The H with the little...
Is that not
the
for
thing?
hotels.com?
No. It's the fuzzy white pillow thing with the H in it. I've seen that on a commercial. Is
Okay,
that
I
Hinge?
might have just said something bad. I have no idea. But anyway, messaging on Hinge increased during the stay-at-home order or during Corona 30%. Tinder saw its biggest day ever, March 29th. And think about that. That was right after like everything
Yeah.
shut down. They had over 3 billion swipes that day.
Also, what Tinder did was, so if you want to upgrade your Tinder, you can set your location anywhere around the world, but they did it for free for a little while during the
So I
stay-at-home
could get
order.
matched
So
with
I
somebody
lived in
from
Australia.
Paris? Oh, man.
Yeah.
Fake.
Now would be the time
Well,
to do it.
So, okay, what are some pickup lines they use? What?
Oh,
I mean, how do they
God,
like hit
there's-
you up on Tinder?
Sometimes it's just
I thought
like a
Tinder
normal,
was like a
hey, what's
hookup.
up? Sometimes it's
Is it not just strictly hookups?
No, not necessarily. I mean, people can get on any
I
kind
know
of
you
dating
know.
site to hook up if they want to hook up, but some people I think are really sincere, like Katie. So,
But I thought Tinder
like,
was a hookup app.
I mean, honestly, I
No?
just really like
Okay.
the swiping part
Grindr
of it.
is.
Oh, Grinder.
A lot of
Okay,
times,
sorry. That makes sense.
Most of the time, I don't reply to people, but I've gotten some
I
pretty
gotcha.
wild pickup lines.
I want to hear some of the
Like,
wild ones.
Open your phone.
My phone's upstairs.
Dog.
But
Or in the vault.
there's been like talk about I think some guy said like C3 or something. I was like, what? And he was like saying
C3.
something about trying to get a snack.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, like in a vending machine.
Yeah, like in a vending machine.
Oh, that's
Oh
stupid.
my God, that's
use
so
that one,
dumb.
Nathan.
Don't use that one, by the way.
I would totally look old mom.
And there's
to
some
him
explicit
with my
ones that just cut
answer.
straight to the point.
My response.
I
You
mean,
know,
Send
it's just
pics.
like, yeah,
Send
or
pics.
like, you know, want to hook up, but hook up is
Really?
a different word.
Oh my
oh,
God.
really?
Yeah, and I mean, I know
we
people.
need to get on
I
Tinder
know people
just to
who-
see.
I
use
said
Tinder
I was
for
going to create
hookups.
one, but then somebody
I
would go
just-
tell my husband, and then it'd be
Well, no, I think you need to go ahead and tell your husband and
and
share
enable him.
Share it with him and be like, look, this is what I'm getting. I mean, so that we could have like a really
You
good
and
show
me.
one day, like calling
The
people
best
out.
part
I
is-
You know
don't
what I
think
mean?
he would be okay with
You
that.
can
though.
adjust the age on your Tinder and like how far your reach is too.
Oh.
So if you're looking for an older person, you can up your age.
Oh, no, I'm not looking for an older person.
If you're looking for
MK.
younger, you can go younger.
Have you had any luck on dating websites? I mean, I know
Well,
you're with somebody
she's-
now,
yeah.
but
Yeah, no, I've never done it.
you never done it?
I think I'd have a really hard time on dating websites because part of, I think, my charm is getting to talk to somebody
Exact-
face to face.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
like
part of
like
mine.
a job resumes and applications.
Yeah, it's like you're one dimensional. You're nothing but a
I
profile.
cannot, like just do it on. I want to see you and talk to you because that's how I'm going to get the job. I'm going to
Mhm.
talk you into giving me the job.
Yeah.
Period. you will give me the job when I'm
There
done
are
talking
some
to
guys that would let you have the job, and
Exactly.
they would
All I
just,
need to do
you
is
could
talk
just
to
be
you.
one dimensional.
You may not like my pick, but you're gonna like what I have to
So
say.
during the quarantine, the stay at home order, our work, and so a lot of us in this room, except for Shy, work together. We conducted a lot of business on Zoom. So we conducted a lot of virtual meetings that way.
Mhm.
Can you only imagine what a Zoom date would be like, or if you really established a
know.
relationship via Zoom?
I would be
I don't
so
know
cool
if
with
I
it.
would do
Or
like a
FaceTime?
first date.
They
on
couldn't
Zoom.
smell you, so you wouldn't have to
Well,
shower.
why couldn't you? Why couldn't you do? So
Or
I've
brush
done
your
this
teeth.
before. I've been like,
Me
"Hey,
too.
dude,
Fart.
we,
Mute it.
you need to go get tested for things."
Well, so this leads me to the next question,
And
but hang on
then-
because I got some science for you here. That's gonna.
but wait. So, I mean, that's what I would do before I resorted to a Zoom. I'd be like, I need you to go get tested, dude.
Okay, but then
I'll
where are
go
you
get
gonna meet
tested.
up?
And
Yeah,
then
but
we'll
where
meet.
do you meet up?
We'll meet at your place. I want to see what
Ew,
you're working
no,
with.
because how do you know he sanitized his stuff?
Then how do you know he's not crazy?
You
and
know,
gonna kill
you know what I said.
Or
Do you
her.
remember-
How do you know she doesn't?
Do you?
Sanitize
No, there
Thank
you
you,
go.
okay.
They
Let's be
totally
inclusive
assume.
here.
Or what if they're like Jeffrey Dahmer or something? Okay.
I think that's a way
Do
I'd
you
wanna
remember
go.
back in the old days
We'll meet
whenever
on the curb somewhere.
Just quick
by
and-
ourselves.
on the curb? That's good. Do you remember back in the old days whenever you'd check into a hotel or a motel or whatever it was, and across the toilet there would be a paper like thing, and it said sanitized. It was like a paper whatever.
You had to break it like
And
a
yeah, you'd
seal.
have to break it. So basically, it meant that the housekeeper had been in there and she'd cleaned the toilet, right?
Whatever.
I
She
think
just
I
put
do
that
kind of
Well,
sanitizer
remember
on
you
it.
could have, but maybe everyone. Okay, if you've got tested, you need it'd be like
mean
a
like a
sash.
sash?
It'd be like a
Negative.
sanitized sash or a negative sash,
I mean,
right? And then whoever liked you could come and like tear it off of
what's
you.
funny is before COVID, whenever you asked somebody if they're positive or negative, that was a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Very different
and
question.
now, I mean,
It's true. But so speaking of Zoom dates, evidently they're working because did you know that the moment that you look at someone, okay, two of your brain regions become activated. We talked about this, how you could just practically fall in love with anybody, but you've got to have that eye contact. So it's a brain region that's linked with trying to assess their personality. So you're trying to figure out, hey, what are you all about? And another brain region that's linked with whether you're physically attracted, whether they're physically attractive to you. So you got two different brain regions trying to figure that out. Instantly, though, when you look at somebody, even on a video, those two regions of your brain start working. So it's possible that you could be attracted to somebody just on that one-dimensional kind of level
Now-
because of your brain.
I get that. But if I see them in person and they walk funny, I'm done.
But haven't you
That's
ever
another
wondered why you
thing,
liked
like-
somebody and because they're not really your type? Like you look at them and you're
Yeah.
like, you're not my type, but like you like them or you feel like they're attractive.
There was one guy I dated
on that
for
other-
a while, and I was like,
That
"You're
one?
not even my type."
Is it that one?
Yeah, that one.
Ugh.
Like, you're not even my type, but man,
know whose
I
type he
sure
was.
am into you.
Well,
I don't
That's
know why.
a
I
different
still don't
story
know
for a
why.
different podcast that's rated a different.
But now
Rating.
I feel
That
like
was a good
after
time.
you only like FaceTime or Zoom call or Snapchat or text for so long, do you like build up this like anxiety about like, well, what if it's different when you meet them in person?
I
would
would be
think.
You know
a
what I mean?
nervous
Like,
wreck.
what if it's a completely different feeling and you're like, I've been like hanging out
Like,
with you like via
What if they have
text or
like
Then you
FaceTime
ghost
really
them
grody
all,
hands
so that you
or
Now,
like
what if they bite their
icky
nails and there's dirt
feet?
under them?
Okay.
What if they're way shorter than you thought?
Oh no.
See,
Now that's a killer.
none of this is good.
Nathan, sorry.
What
None
if
of
they
this
are
is good.
way shorter than you thought they were?
I mean, because on camera, everybody looks
you
bigger
would
and taller.
ditch someone because they bite their nails.
I mean, look at Sylvester Stallone. He always looked tall, but we all know he
Yeah.
wasn't tall.
Have you seen Bruno Mars next to Taylor Swift?
Oh,
It's astonishing.
comical.
I
Yeah,
mean,
it
Or
is.
like
okay,
just the
you probably look
mannerisms,
7 foot
like-
on camera.
What if they're rude to a waitress when y'all go out to eat? Like that's a really
Yeah.
big deal breaker.
So all the people
Right.
that decide that they're going to fall in love via internet and then or however they do it, and then they go and they meet the person and they propose or they propose online and then they go meet them and
Oh
something
my
like
God.
that
Do you
happens.
think that people are actually like proposing
all the
online like
time,
before
Kathy.
they meet somebody?
They do it all the
People-
time? They're
yeah.
sure
I don't
about it.
know.
Well, I
Okay.
know, but that's set
I
up
think
crap.
maybe like internationally, but that happens all the time anyway.
Hey,
We went to the Gobstobbers, the Bald Knobbers, whatever, the show, whatever. And in the middle of it, it's like this, I don't know, it's in Branson. It's like-
Oh.
and in the middle of it, this guy was like talking about intermission and he went up to him and was like, "Can I borrow your microphone?" And the guy was like, "No." Like, and he ended up letting him and he was like, "This woman's blah, blah, blah." So he proposed to his girlfriend.
Mhm.
The ring was one of those like plastic balls, spiky, and they light up, you know,
yeah.
whenever you
The
hit
rubber
something.
ones, yeah.
Like in the
That cut off your
dollar.
circulation.
Like at
Yeah.
the skating rink, what
Yeah.
you would get.
They cut your circulation off.
Wait, but did he
Andrew
know
and I
her?
like ran as soon as he asked for the
Okay,
microphone. We
but
ran
they knew each
out.
other in person.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was just so cringy. So I feel
You
like
di-
people
you
are
don't-
cringy like that.
They are
People do
cringy.
that.
Yeah.
Watching all these series where they do that, it is cringe.
Yeah, but
It's
that's
crin-
set
it's
up.
like,
I understand.
oh, God.
Like, I feel like that's set up. I don't feel like that's real life. Those
like
people are
90
getting...
Day
Okay,
Fiance.
no.
There is somebody locally that we both know that used to be in news around here that did that. Found somebody online,
Married them?
proposed to them, and was
then
going
brought
to
him
get
back?
married. Brought them here. She lived in, I'm going to say Illinois. I hope that's not right to protect the innocent, but I believe that was. Oh no. Anyway, came here and we met them at the Rapides Parish Fair media party when we were in radio, and they were together. And he had proposed to her and brought her here.
I know who that is.
Exactly. It happens. It happens all
Or what
the
about
time.
military? Military guys, depending
True.
on where they're at, you know, they're gonna try to. That's why I always swipe left on Tinder if they say they're in the military, and they always gonna have it in their bio because I know as
Well,
soon as I message them,
she-
you want to get married? I can't put a ring on.
Shy can sniff them out. She can sniff out a military guy, and they don't even have to have a military guy haircut.
Honestly, I really don't even have to sniff them out because they just
They love
they
it.
come right up to me.
Yes, they love it.
Anybody
She's a
in
magnet.
military or any
Law
kind of
enforcement.
war zone
pretty much it.
situation.
Snapped one for
They're
like
on
a
me.
week
Like a
maybe, and he was
magnet.
very cute. But
Oh.
he
I
was
like the
very
bankers
serious.
and the guys that sit behind
Anyway,
desks.
I'm glad that I got married right before COVID happened. As a matter of fact, when we got back, boom, COVID hit.
So, real quick question.
So glad it's over. It's done with. My search is over.
Oh, I thought you were
That
talking
was-
about COVID. I was like, LOL.
So,
You're
hang on, just
dreaming.
very quick question, very quick answer. So, if money and sex are off the table right now when you're dating, because think about it, you're not spending any money on anybody. You're not supposed to be having sex with anybody. You're not supposed to be.
That was the funnest part about being single.
If they are off the table, are relationships going to be more meaningful post COVID?
Yeah.
Like any of these relationships that are formed right now?
No.
Because think about it, you're
I don't
taking
know,
money and
but
sex off the
you're-
table.
but
Money
you're-
and sex
but
is
you're
half the
judging
relationship.
Straight off of like,
But maybe it's not the most important part.
But it's half.
Yeah,
No.
you definitely have to have like sex before you get into
Absolutely.
like a marriage.
Oh,
Sorry,
well, I mean, I'm
people
not
that
saying
don't
that
believe in that.
that's
I mean,
the case.
there are people who don't believe in that,
And that's fine.
cool, whatever. But
I'm definitely tasting the milk before I buy the
Yeah.
but I believe in Shy's way.
I, on
I
the other
just-
hand, do not.
Y'all, you did.
I had a kid before I got married. Yeah, no, I mean, come on, please.
I was about to say, please don't tell me you're one of those.
Give me a break. All right, so
I'm not sure, but I mean, I guess I hope they're more meaningful because I'm single in a time of COVID. So
that's exactly right.
They're not going to be more meaningful.
Let's
I
be
don't think
very
Just
hopeful.
wait till COVID's over.
I am incredibly
If it ever
hopeful, and I will
ends.
enable her dream right there. So just to let you know,
thank you for enabling me.
you are so welcome.
and I'm
You're
not
the
going to
only
confront
person
you
that's ever
about
said
it.
that.
I'll just let you be.
So my Urban Dictionary word of the day happens to be very timely. Now, if you were somebody that was like me and back in the early 2000s, you enjoyed watching Tyra Banks, America's Next Top Model.
Oh my God, I wanted to be on America's Next Top Model.
You,
tried.
because you know what? She let everybody do it. Short
No, not
people,
if you-
tall
not if you
people.
were 5'2".
Oh,
Their short people were like 5'10", and I was like, yeah.
oh
I'm
no,
not
you were
gonna be
too
on that.
little. I'm sorry. Anyway, so if you watched it, then this is something that she taught you back in the day, or if she did not, that is very meaningful now. Because you know you got to mask it up, and
I know where
it used
she's
to be
going.
wrap it up. Now you have to mask it up and wrap it up. But yeah, it means a lot of
And
wrapping.
positive and negative means something completely different, too. It's all different.
Anyway, so masking it up, you still have to be able to express yourself, all right? And so if you don't have expressive eyes, then nobody's going to know that you have any expression. So when you are trying to talk to someone face to face, mask to mask, you need to be smizing.
Absolutely.
Smizing.
Yes, that
Smile.
is smiling
Smile.
with your eyes.
You're going to need to take it easy on the Botox.
I
There have been
know.
times where I've gone a
I
little
was
too
like
heavy.
9 years old
And the-
practicing my smize in my mirror.
Kathy's gone a little too heavy on the Botox and no expression in
There was
the
only
eyes.
one time it was
She was
significant.
like, why do I look so weird in these pictures? And I'd look at
And
her.
I finally figured it out. I was like,
Her
oh my
eyes
God, I got
didn't
too much
move.
Botox. It really was. It was not good. Anyway,
so
so
smizing.
smizing. That's right. Behind a mask, you want people to know that you're smiling because there's still emotion in the time of Corona.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So smizing is good, especially right now. Thank you, Tyra
Talking
Banks.
with your eyes is really good. And it gets you a lot of places.
I find that
you.
now with masks, because usually I'm bad at eye contact and I'll look at someone's mouth or nose. But now that a mask covers it, I have to look at someone's eyes.
Yeah, because if you're staring at their mask, it's just weird.
So,
All right.
Girlfriend tip of the day.
Next week's subject, we'll talk about the different masks we've seen. Okay, girlfriend tip of the day. Like the gorilla mask that we saw on our vacation.
Those were pandas.
No. The woman that was wearing the mask, it looked like she had a gorilla mouth
Yeah,
and
forgot
neck.
about that. That was odd.
Why, woman? Why? Anyway,
Oh.
okay, so girlfriend tip of the day.
Don't date until COVID is over. I don't know. I mean, I guess everybody got to get it where you can.
No, I say just forget it.
But I do say,
no.
Because remember the lesson that I taught everybody last show.
oh,
Everything is going to suck until 2021.
you mean even any guy that I get with is going to
Anything, everything, every vacation,
Once again.
every unless you stay at home. That won't
well,
suck.
I will tell you this. So,
Every adventure, every boyfriend, every girlfriend, all the other holidays coming up. Guess
Right.
what? It's all going to suck.
Me and Nathan are taking notes right now.
Just leave it alone until 2021.
I'm going to leave you with this one piece of advice. Subscriptions to Adam and Eve are way safer than dating in the time of Corona.
What's Adam and Eve? Wait, Adam and Eve?
Really? You
is
know
that-
exactly what it is.
It's the site I bought
Yes, enough.
magic
And
on.
they come in
Enough.
discrete packages.
And they come in
I don't
discreet
know.
packages.
I don't know.
And they're safer than trying to hook up.
I
Really?
love
You're
Adam
trying to
and Eve.
act like that right now?
And they have awesome
I didn't know what you were
discounts.
talking about until I thought about it. I'm like, wait, that's where magic
Right.
is.
like we would
And you know
know.
what?
It's
Even
like 60%
Magic keeps my
off.
marriage alive.
yeah. Wait, who's got a sale right now?
Who's got a
What did you
sale?
say, MK? Didn't you say
Uh,
something with 60%
Yes,
off?
Adam and Eve always has
Oh.
like
A good sale.
69%.
All right, we're gonna need another. We're gonna need another sponsor.
I bet Adam and Eve would do it. I'll call them.
I'll call him.
All right. Well, until MK calls Adam and Eve, we want you to
We'll be in the
remember to
vault.
stay girlfriends. Well.